The Christmas Swazoo and You by Lee Mazacs, illustrated by Emily Brooke. It's Christmas Eve all around, and it's time to settle down, for soon it'll be Christmas and Santa will come around. He's out there now on his sleigh delivering toys, giving lots of presents to all the girls and boys. But we have time before he's here, and I have a tale for you. It's all about the time when you met this Christmas Swazoo. A little furry creature, a funny-looking one, I say, with 4 arms, 3 legs, and just 1 eye and fur that looked like hay. This is a special story that you may not believe, about the time you met the Swazoo one snowy Christmas Eve. Now, do not worry though, if you cannot remember when you met, for the Swazoo has lots of hidden talents, and one is to make you forget. But now you have this book, you will always know about the special Christmas Eve when you and Swazoo had fun in the snow. It all began just like tonight with you finished for the day. Little did you know the surprise about to head your way. You'd had a bath, you'd read a book, and now it was time to go to bed, when, all of a sudden, a great big bang shook you from your toes up to your head. What could it be? Could it be? Was Santa already here? You ran outside to have a look, but there was no sign of reindeer. But what was there was much more strange, a rather huge surprise. You could not believe what you could see as you rubbed your eyes. There he was, stood on the roof, the little Christmas Swazoo, never seen before, or indeed since, by any child, but you. At first, you panicked, and you turned around and tried to run inside. "Stop!" yelled the Swazoo. "Please don't go. I can't get home. I've tried." "Will you help me? My machine is broken, and I've become stuck here. I have been here since Christmas Eve last year. My machine works on power, of which I have run out, and the power only comes with the right special child's shout. Stop! That child is you, my friend, and I've tried to get it for so long. I tried and I tried and tried and tried, but each time it just went wrong. Will you come shout at my machine so I can get back home? I like it here, but I'm scared, and I am all alone." "Then because you are so wonderful and kind and great," you said, "of course, I'll help you get back home before it gets too late. But first, will you tell me just what exactly are you?" To which he looked at you with his eye and said, "I'm the Christmas Swazoo." Then he held up a device and said, "Please shout at this light." And you happily obliged, but the sound wasn't quite right. See, you both shot off at great speed and landed in a new place. But when the Swazoo looked around, he had a confused look upon his face. He looked around with all 4 hands, began to scratch his head. "I wonder what this place is. Where have we come?" he said. "A dusty place with orange floors. You'd landed on planet Mars, way up high in the sky, surrounded by the stars. Then from nowhere a creature came that looked like an 8-legged dog. Hello, my friends, and welcome. This creature was a spog." "It's great to have some visitors. I really hope you'll stay." And you were ready to accept, but then the Swazoo said, "No way!" "Sorry, Spog. I don't mean to be rude, but we are in a rush, and my friend needs to shout in here, so would you please, shush. Then once again, you opened wide and shouted a great song. Unfortunately, for a second time, the shout was a little wrong. Just like that, you lifted and off the two of you flew. The adventure continued for you and the Christmas Swazoo. You landed in a garden with huge, beautiful trees and big, bright flowers everywhere and a nice, refreshing breeze. See, you were in Unicopia, a quite delightful place, and looking around at all there was put a big smile on your face. And just then, what looked like a unicorn walked by, and he stopped just long enough to look at you and say, "Hi, please stay at Unicopia. We have lots of awesome things and lots of splendid animals like me, a unicorn with wings."
"That sounds great," you shouted. "What a lovely idea."
But then the Swazoo interrupted.
"I'm sorry, we can't stay here. We have to go, I'm afraid, for it's getting late. And my friend must shout in here. It simply cannot wait."
So once again, you opened wide and shouted in the device. But yet again, it was wrong, just like it had already been twice. You both zoomed off before you knew to another different place. And this one had you both with a confused look around your face. See? You were underwater, at the bottom of the sea, with lots of glorious sea creatures and fishes swimming fast and free. Then out of nowhere, a mermaid came swimming straight to you. She opened wide and said,
"Hello there. Hello, Christmas Swazoo. Such a nice surprise to see you swimming with us down here. I thought you would be up there, spreading Christmas cheer. Hey, why don't you jump on my back and I'll take you for a tour? If you have time, I'd love to take you round to show you some more." "I'm sorry, I don't think we have time,"
you said with a sad look in your eye.
"Oh, okay,"
said Swazoo.
"But then we really have to fly."
You both jumped on and off you went. It was over in a flash. But such fun you and Swazoo had on that crazy mad dash.
"Thank you," you said. "What great fun, but now I'm afraid we have to leave. We are trying to get Swazoo back home. Would you believe?"
And with that, you shouted loud and the two of you were gone. But I'm sure you've guessed what happened next. Your new place was once again wrong. When you landed, the two of you had a good look around. You were in the deep, dark wood with mud all on the ground. At first, you thought you were alone, and then you saw a door. Then, all of a sudden, you both heard one big, gigantic roar. You turned around together, not knowing what was there, and to your disbelief, it was a massive bear. "I will eat you both," he grinned, as the two of you stood close. "And Swazoo, old friend, I do believe I will enjoy you the most." Then you saw the door again and said, "Swazoo, quick, jump in here." And no time to think, you both jumped in, quivering with fear. Lucky you were, as well as this was a magic door. It sent you both hurling out of sight until you hit the floor. Then you heard a voice. "Swazoo, old friend, there you are. I've been expecting you." And then he said your name. "It's nice to see you too." You turned around and wondered who would know your name, who had been expecting Swazoo. Was this just a game? Then your eyes grew wide as you saw who was right in front of you. It was Santa Claus, of course, who was waiting for you and Swazoo. Well, the two of you really have had quite an interesting night. But now it's getting late, so let's get home, all right? I'm on my way to the UK to deliver some gifts. If you want, you can come and I'll give you a lift. A ride in Santa's sleigh? You could not believe your luck. The two of you jumped in and up and off you took. Flying through the air was such a magnificent thrill. You flew over an ocean, under a bridge, and round the biggest hill. Before you knew, Rudolph flew down, and it was time to go. You thanked Santa for the ride and said, "Goodbye, Swazoo. I'll never forget you, you know." And Swazoo smiled and said,
"Thank you, friend, for the fun, but this is where you're wrong."
And with a great big cuddle, your memory was all gone. Fast asleep back in your bed, no memory of your ride, Santa left Swazoo after putting your presents inside. You may wonder, did Swazoo get home? Well, the good news is he did. And though you have no memory, Swazoo will never forget the night he traveled round with the most wonderful special kid. The end. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe and come back again.